Welcome back to From the Pages, and as this issue cracks open, you can immediately feel December 1992 humming with transition and tension. The World Wrestling Federation standing squarely between eras because right there on the cover, the declaration is unavoidable. Bret Hart is the new WWF Champion, his name carrying the weight of legitimacy and technical purity, while Shawn Michaels poses in sunglasses and chains, already framing himself as the inevitable future and preparing in his own mind to wear gold that does not yet belong to him. Survivor Series branded as Thanksgiving Eve's hottest tradition, Savage and Razor locked in madness and machismo, and the British Bulldog surveying his foes with the quiet menace of a champion under siege. All of it wrapped in that unmistakable glossy authority of the official WWF magazine, and before a single feature even begins, the reader is slammed with the machinery of the Empire as Silver Vision mail order ads roar off the page promising SummerSlam 92, Royal Rumble 92, and WrestleFest 92 on VHS. And the Wembley Stadium immortalized Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Macho Man, Randy Savage, The Undertaker, Legion of Doom, all name dropped with breathless urgency. Credit card hotlines bold and unforgiving, addresses printed for overseas fans, free posters dangled like bait, followed by another explosion of color shouting that 1992 was a what a year on video, urging fans to order now by phone, the WWF not just promoting wrestling, but exporting spectacle worldwide. Before the contents page finally steadies the pulse and lays out the road ahead with clinical confidence, listing the Shawn Michaels interview, Tatanka tangling with the Mountie, Razor Ramon, robbing Savage of everything, Bret Hart bagging the belt by defeating Ric Flair for the WWF Championship, an exclusive Survivor Series preview, Bob Backlund's courageous comeback, and the British Bulldog as a target of many, surrounded by the familiar departments that give the magazine its voice. Around the ring, fan forum, brainstorms, newsbeat, personality profile, spotlighting Max Moon, trivia, private eye, lowdown, viewpoint, crossword, and up close before editorial credits roll like end titles to a film, reminding you this universe is curated, photographed, designed, and engineered with precision. And then the magazine lunges straight into Around the Ring, where Ed Ricciuti dissects Razor Ramon's arrival with a skeptical scalpel, questioning his mysterious wealth, his gold chains, his machismo, and his audacity in targeting Macho Man Randy Savage, painting Razor as a flashy newcomer, diving headfirst into dangerous waters, while Savage is framed as a firestorm veteran with nothing left to lose, the tone sharp, authoritative, and unapologetically kayfabe serious, immediately followed by a massive push for the official WWF fan club, marketed as the perfect holiday gift and promising cassette tapes of entrance themes, an Undertaker rest in peace door hanger, bandanas, pen toppers, photo collages, newsletters, and even a chance at free live event tickets. The WWF selling not just content but belonging, identity, and access. Then the fan forum erupts with raw reader voices debating Nails whether he is a victim of society or a born criminal. Letters pouring in from across the country arguing prison abuse, Big Boss Man's authority, justice, punishment, and morality. The magazine acting as both amplifier and referee while keeping the feud burning hot. Before Brainstorms detonates with Bobby the Brain Heenan in full venomous stride, mocking the audience, promising Survivor Series dominance, bragging about dining on champagne and caviar with Ric Flair while fans choke down leftovers, spinning grotesque humor about Kuh-MAH-luh boiling the Undertaker in a pot of vegetables and saving whipped cream for Paul Bearer, hyping Razor Ramon's hunger for gold and lacing it all with insults, exaggeration, and that unmistakable Heenan cadence that turns arrogance into entertainment. Then another holiday subscription ad cuts and urging readers to give the number one gift of 12 issues for $20. Phone numbers screaming urgency before Newsbeat shifts the tone dramatically with a handwritten message from Randy Savage addressing his divorce from Elizabeth, the magazine handling it with restraint and gravity, reproducing his words, acknowledging the end of wrestling's first couple with a rare moment of sincerity that briefly strips away the spectacle, followed by quick hit updates declaring El Matador ready to face anyone, and the Nasty Boys unveiling a devastating Double DDT described as the most destructive maneuver ever seen in the WWF. Teams falling. Money Inc. warned of looming financial and physical bankruptcy, while the personality profile blasts the reader into the neon future with Max Moon, portrayed as a space-age comet complete with jetpack entrance, fire-shooting arms, reverse-flying bulldogs, somersault cradles, and breathless praise, positioning him as innovation incarnate and wrestling's tomorrow arriving today, before the magazine overwhelms the senses with massive Columbia House music ads sprawling across multiple pages, promising 8 compact discs or 12 cassettes for a penny, listing what feels like every major artist of the era from Nirvana to Garth Brooks, to Mariah Carey to Guns N' Roses. Order forms dense and labyrinthine, consumer culture embedded directly into wrestling fandom. And then the feature section ignites with the Shawn Michaels interview, where Michaels preens relentlessly, calling himself the sexiest man alive, the greatest wrestler in WWF history, dismissing questions, deflecting inquiries about Sensational Sherry, and positioning himself as the inevitable Intercontinental Champion, stalking the British Bulldog, every quote soaked in ego and self-mythology, before Battle of the Titans frames Tatanka versus the Mountie as raw power colliding with authoritarian menace, followed by Nothing Left, depicting Razor Ramon systematically stripping Macho Man Savage of pride, possessions, and championship dreams, robbery as narrative, humiliation as momentum. Then the emotional and historical core of the issue detonates with Hitman Bags the Belt, recounting Bret Hart defeating Ric Flair for the WWF Championship, presented not merely as a title change, but as validation of discipline, precision, and legitimacy. A torch passed cleanly and unmistakably, immediately followed by the Survivor Series preview, hyping Thanksgiving Eve Elimination Warfare, Nails versus Big Boss Man, Ultimate Maniacs colliding with Flair and Razor, Richfield Coliseum positioned as the epicenter of holiday violence. Then A Legend Returns, chronicles Bob Backlund's courageous comeback, Perseverance Incarnate, a man out of time yet unbroken, while the British Bulldog feature paints him as a champion, hunted from all sides, respected and targeted in equal measure, before the magazine winds through its final departments, trivia testing reader loyalty, Private Eye revealing The Undertaker, constructing Kuh-MAH-luh's casket with chilling flair, Viewpoint offering Nails commentary, the crossword grappling with words as fiercely as fists, and Up Close pulling back the curtain for personal glimpses of WWF superstars, all while ads continue to pulse beneath everything, urging purchases, memberships, tapes, magazines, music, reminding you that this universe runs on both combat and commerce. And as the final pages close, December 1992 stands frozen in ink as a moment where Bret Hart holds the crown. Shawn Michaels plots and mirrors, legends resurface, monsters stalk coffins, and the WWF confidently sells you not just wrestling, but an entire world. And if you're digging this deep dive through wrestling history, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment telling me what this era meant to you, because there are always more stories waiting just beyond the next turn of the page.